Hey there, folks. How we doing? It's 2:12 up 2:13 p.m. Tuesday, September 11th, 2018. Um, Turn that off. Uh, it's Things have come to the point where it's time to shut the store. Not permanently, but again for a good while. Let me just turn this off. There we go. This problem that I have with the leakage in my legs from cirrhosis, etc., etc. It's they call it chronic vascular disease, CVD. It's to the point now where I'm literally pouring water. Every time I go to a doctor for them to see it, I leave puddles, 2 puddles, one from the left leg, one from the right leg, just from being in the office talking with them about 5 minutes. Leave puddles in the waiting room. I've got my paper towels I got to take with me. Anyway, the pain from this is unreal. I'm on morphine and some other stuff right now, so I'll be in a hospital getting treatment before long. I have to prepare for that, but that's what's getting set up. I have 3 different doctors that we're using to do this. One to treat the wounds, another for the pain, and then another for the heart. Because he's, needless to say, he's found a lot of issues there. But anyway, they're going to put me through a heart stress test closer to the end of this month. Well, honestly, my heart the way it is, that should be enough to put me over the edge. Now, whether or not I ever get out of here, that's up to myself out of the body. That I have no control over, and I don't enjoy suffering like this. Would never want anyone to suffer. The thing is, though, I understand this is my last life, and that part of me outside of the body is trying to maximize the power increase in what I am, the growth and power increase in my spirit while I'm here. So, am I a happy camper? Hell no. Do I understand it? Yes. I've always said that understanding takes the edge off of that blade of truth, which is 2 or 3 different blades, no matter how you want to, depending on how you want to look at it. But anyway, Dana's going to be real busy. Now, so the shop's closed. Now, those of you that have already paid for these spheres, as soon as this video is uploaded, which will be in just a little bit, we're going right at them to knock them out. Deanna doesn't need the help, but we're going to do what we can together. I always crank them, put my final crank up energy in them anyway. But my eyes twitching a little too much. A little more than normal is what I mean. It's not too much. It's just a thing. Anyway, so we'll get those out. Don't worry about that. They'll be in the mail within the next few days. But there's no more orders for anything that we're gonna take. The shop's open to look at, and like I said, there's a tenth of what we have there. Okay, 10th, 20th, who knows, 10th, whatever. There's all kinds of things that are going to be offered. So, one of the most powerful, best stones you can get is star essonite, and we have a lot of that. We have almost a ton here, and we have access to tons, especially the dragon egg star essonite. So, when I'm gone, Deanna will still have it. So, if anyone knew where I found this stuff, they'd be really happy because everything there is cranked up already. Anyway, so that's why we're shutting this door. I don't foresee Deanna opening it back up at all until after I'm gone. I don't know. I can't tell you. I've always told you what I was aware of and what I thought was most likely to happen. But when I can't control something, I can't control it. I can't tell you what the weather's going to be when I'm not the one controlling it. And if I was told what the weather would be tomorrow and I told you, whoever is making that decision for what the weather can be, they can change their mind. Bada boom, bada bing. And, that's how the other side is. Somebody could step in that doesn't understand me, hasn't been listening to me for any length of time or at all, and say, God's punishing them for what he said. How's your life doing? If there's this wonderful God, which there never was, there's original first being, split itself into male and female. If God loved you so much and was taking such good care of you, how come, what's going on with painful death, painful birth? Look at creation. Everything killing each other to survive, pretty much. It's sick. It was made by a sick mind. Something that first just wanted a company, and then it started freaking out, going crazy, and wanting all the company could get, and then demanding. It was wanting and immediately demanding praise. So, everything down the line, this whole creation was built by them. I'm going to fix it. How's that? But anyway, so that's why I'm still here. It's trying to max out, plus dealing with stuff on the other side. I had another part of me I had to get, pull out and do some work to freeze and store it in its own little place. So there's no need for me to be here other than what's outside of me thinking so, and I know better for myself. They think that what's taking care of me now is doing everything they can to get me out. It's when I look at it, see it, communicate with it. I can't talk with it, I just communicate with it. It looks like me, but it looks like me at 30, not nothing like now. And I've seen it make this, going over here, do this, going over there, doing that, seeing a bunch of stuff and trying to follow it. But I'll tell you what, these drugs, the medication that I'm on, it's very, very strong. So, man, they give those things out like one at a time. It's insane. Here's a week, there's a week, it's nuts. But anyway, I finally have some good doctors. And that part of me taking care of this stuff is taking care of it. So it's time for things to change into what they are now. It's time for me to get through this, to the end of this. If I don't get this done or handled properly immediately, I'll have my legs amputated. And I need to leave here by regular, as close to natural events as possible, not by my hand. That's important. So it's one way or the other, it has to be natural. So that leaves me hurting like a son of a bitch, but hey, so what? I mean, not so what. I don't feel that when I'm screaming in pain. I'm Don't literally scream, but I growl real loud. But that's what's going on with that. Most of this input is for those of you that have known me for a long time and or learning to understand what's going on and what I've been telling you about. Folks, this is coming. This is real. There's no la-di-da whoop-de-doo, angels. There's no awesome, incredible God. There's never been a God. There's never been a devil. There's the original first being male and female, just manipulating everything to where, to where they could get your praise in such a manner as to get it. Plus giving you a life to abuse the hell out of you, make you as strong as you can possibly be when you come out of the body. Those of you that are new, those of you that have been with me a while, I need to say this for the new people coming in. When you have a life, you come out of the body. These physical bodies give you very difficult lives just being in one. So when you come out of the body, when you finally get to come out of the body and you're free again, you go poof and grow. But if you've had a real tough life, a lot of abuse, when you come out of the body, you grow like this. And the idea was December 21st, 2012, is that all the large spirit mates that had gotten real large from all the abuse, each one of them was going to get a new universe and go in there and release a third of spirit can only release a third of itself without damaging the cohesion of its energy, its own energetic cohesion. Okay, where it starts coming apart. That's the most it can do. But if you're much bigger, you can release a lot more. The thing is, when you grow big like that, you develop abuse frequencies doing this, and it's sick. It's like a disease. It's not contagious. You don't touch other spirit and they get it, but it's embedded inside you. It doesn't take what's there and corrupt it. It adds new frequencies to your energy, to yourself, who you really are, your spirit, sentient energy. It takes these nasty frequencies up within you, and you have to relieve them. That's why I've taken them out of everybody I've touched and a lot more people. That was one of the first things I started doing as my ability started cranking up and getting strong. So anyway, 1 minute. I'm taking loop diuretics to get rid of some of the water's building up because of, the kidney and liver issues and liver shot. Anyway, so it's kidneys, the heart, everything else. So anyway, the loop diuretics make you thirsty. You have to keep adding water to it, but I have to stay thirsty and just keep trying to pull more and more water out of me, and it's happening. It's working. It helps, but these sores on my legs have to heal, and that's what I'll have to go into the hospital for. So, but it's got to be arranged with all these different doctors, and the pain in that. See, they put bandaging on you, and then they have to compress it. My legs are just, there's so many sores, and it's just huge sections of it that's open, the bottom part of my legs. It's just open. It's raw flesh, a little bit of raw flesh, and then some bone on the top of the shins. I mean, it's, I'll tell you what, for those of you that can deal with it, I'm going to show you a picture of this. Okay, I'm only going to leave it up there for 3 seconds or 2 seconds. So if you can't handle this, and I understand, I'm not trying to be, you can't handle this, I'm macho. No, if you don't want to see this, just close your eyes for a few seconds, okay, and wait to hear my voice again. Here's the pictures. Okay, well, that's why I should have said picture, but unless I went ahead and took 2 and put them up there. That's, as a matter of fact, I think I will, so you did see pictures. Oh, I felt that one. Anyway, that's what we're dealing with, and that's why. Plus the heart shutting down and all this other blah, 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 lungs. And like I said, they have to do a heart stress test on me. at the end of September, or maybe earlier, at the end of this month. So if that doesn't get moved up earlier, I don't know exactly how they're going to do this. I have no idea. I can tell you the other side's controlling it. But that's how it's going to go. That stress test, normally, if nothing interferes, that stress test will kill me. It's a chemical stress test. Usually for the heart stress test, they put you on a one of those ramps you run on. I forgot what you call them. Anyway, for Pete's sake, what is that? Anyway, you're on one of those while you're hooked up to some equipment, and then they check your heart. Well, instead and plus they have to inject. What they have to do with me is they inject chemicals into me to make my heart really kick up hard. And then they also inject chemicals inside me of the nuclear. It's it's nuclear chemicals. I'm sure not the best for you, but anyway, that is past easy enough to take me out. So if I live through that, that's because what I am inside is making me live through it. Is maintaining the body enough to live through it to stress me more. So happy about that? No. Might it happen? Sure, whatever. It's going to happen one way or the other. I'm not that far from out of here. I've been waiting a long time. So, anyway, I realize I've just spent a lot of time talking about things in my life and myself. It's not just about me that I've been talking about. I'm talking about what's going to happen when it's going to happen. Personally, just like yourself, when two people talk to each other, the ones who are inside in that body, they're the strongest parts of what they are out of body. You, yourself. You look in the mirror, look in your eyes, that's the strongest part of yourself. Of the whole part of yourself, that's huge, coming out of the top of your head, hanging around here, but also hanging around within a dimensional barrier, and also in the second dimension, the one right above us. We're in the third, second, and then first, which nobody can get to. So people talk about fifth dimension and this and that, folks. They're just trying to make stuff. They're trying to understand what's going on. So they're ad-libbing what goes on over here. I'm not calling anyone a liar or beating them up. They just don't understand because they can't see. So anyway, and folks, don't send me any more emails about problems you have, please. Okay? I'm just going to ignore them. I don't have time. I answered one for someone today, and that's the last one. I had someone actually give me a hard time about having said something to somebody after I'd already said it to her face. And that was funny. People get messed with. All the time, all of us do. All that's going to change. 3 weeks after I'm out of here, after this body's dead and I'm free, three and a half weeks later, if somebody comes to you and lies to you, that's spirit, not physical life here. If somebody comes from the other side, comes up to you and lies, I'll know about it. And their ass is going to get smacked. They do it twice, they delete it. That's how you change stuff. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. There won't be a tired old man like this over here. I'll be myself, who I really am. Ara, the primary Ara, the initial focal point. And there's the lilies over there. There's Aras and lilies and body over here. I mean, everything's... There's those that were created from Lily and Ara's energy and spirit together here. There's awesome people here to bring this forward. But these solid bodies are leaving, like I said, within 2,000 years. They're gone. The there'll be about 10% of them left for people who need to, go through a certain growth stage, mostly developing energy for those that are going to be protectors and stuff like that. But other than that 10%, they're going to be gone. On Earth, you might see more than 10% of the bodies left, because there's almost all the other planets are much softer in the areas of abuse than Earth. So anyway, I need to get going. The all the different necklaces and stuff that I wanted to do individually, I'm going to try to get that done. I can't promise it. I promise you I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing everything I can. And there's 3 people. There's my buddy Mark. He's a yellow atom. I have something coming his way. I have something to send out to another person, my son, and then I've got something I'm sending out to Jack and his family out in Australia. So I'm having a hard time even getting names right now. This is strong medication, but it's not strong enough to get rid of the pain. That's the way they do these pain clinics now. So anyway, I'm putting together these 3 packages and trying to make sure they get out. I was warned by this huge white tiger friend of mine that I've befriended, that I've helped. He's a source animal, very strong, and he came up to me and he said, "Man, you put those 3 boxes together so Deanna can take care of it, because you're looking at getting out of here soon." So of course I've been waiting on that, and I've been wanting it, waiting for it since 2015. And I've had this promise, that promise, and you get tired of the promises from the other side. But there's no controls over there. There's no coordinate. Nothing's coordinated. Everything's nuts. Give me just a minute. These paper towels that I put underneath my feet to soak up the water coming out of me, even though it has gone down a little bit, it's still got to see the lines where to rip it. It's still pouring. And finally, I have some really good doctors to help me through this. Got to go see the wound specialist tomorrow. Anyway, when the shop does get back opened up again, it will open up. It's not dead. It's just closed for the moment. For the moment, it's going to be a while. If and when I do get in and out of the hospital, Deanna has a lot to do here, and I'll need her help changing bandages and stuff. I have to grow skin back on my legs. That's why it's painful. Don't try this at home. Anyway, I've done everything I can for everyone, and I've done all I can do. I mean, it's just, there's a limit. I'm not in control of my environment. I'm not in control of this suffering I'm going through. So the thing is, all people, animals, plants, humans, nothing should be suffering the way it is. And you all come first in my, to me, you all come first in my heart. But I don't want it for me either. So I can't tell people when you're going to do what's going to happen. I need to be home and I need to be myself. Not the part of me that's inside this body, riddling with just going through pain like you don't understand. Taking these drugs to maintain the pain. And like I've always told you, don't do drugs unless you have to from the doctor. Don't do it. It does mess up your abilities. Can I blow through them? Yes, I do every day, protecting myself and Deanna and those that I can. But I can, when I have enough of this stuff in me to relieve the pain, I can't see. I can't hardly function. So not only can I not help myself to in a permanent scale or whatever, or completely, I can't do stuff like that for you anyway, and some of you just being wussy. Like one friend that said, how dare I, say this to this person when I said it to her face. Girl, you're going to have some understanding pretty soon. So, you and your buddy both need to understand. I realize y'all been being messed with, okay? But, you need to clean yourself, keep stuff off you, and you need to understand, because both of you have had very cushioned lives, that this ain't about you. This is about everyone and everything everywhere. So, things will start to get better. People will start doing their jobs appropriately, or, they won't, and they won't have certain abilities. It's all up to y'all. Y'all make that decision for yourselves. So, I had to charge, and the Spiritual Foundation had to charge for my consults and stuff like that, because it has to exist on this planet the way it is. And then what I was put through with the legal system, fighting my insane, sick, demented sister, I mean, the money had to be there. That's just, how it works. But what you got is worth more than you paid. You'll understand soon. So, anyway, I need to run. So, on the website, there will be definitions. Dan and I already have put them together for all the different stones and the necklaces, what they are, what they do, and the naming them of all these new Jaspers, and some of them are Jaspers and agates. They're very similar. Some of them are a little bit of both. It's an interesting mixture, but that creates a certain energy within them. Oh yeah, there's something else. I got information. First off, let me say this. I gotta get back to that. I'm gonna have a little, snafu there, a little trouble getting back to my previous thought. But this one's driving me nuts in my head. The difference between the energy of Black Onyx, which is Black Panther, and then Dragonstone Jasper, which is Dragon. What's the difference between those two powerful energies? The Panther energy takes your strength that you have and kind of muscles. It's like taking a muscle and flexing it. And hey, I'm not a muscle man, okay? I used to be very strong, but not now. But anyway, it's like compressing a muscle, okay? Taking a muscle, pulling it together, and making it stronger. Dragonstone Jasper, dragon energy, reaches all the way out to the edge of your energy and starts condensing it, pulling it in to make you stronger. It condenses your core by reaching way out and grabbing more. Now, when you put the two together, you're reaching out to grab all your energy into the core, and then the Black Onyx is taking all that core energy now, making it stronger. You pull more in, it makes it even stronger. That's why it's known as Black Dragon energy. Black Onyx and Dragonstone Jasper is really strong. And then you can put citrine in that, and that increases focus. Throw some quartz in there. That increases clarity. If nothing else, visit the website for the free information that's there. I've done what I can. I can't do anymore. I'm just, I am real sick. I'm trying to keep from getting my legs amputated before I die, which, you know, that's big on my mind. I want to leave in one piece. I just want to drop the body. I don't want. And I remember I used to be a scrub nurse, scrub tech in the military. What the military calls scrub nurse. Literally going in. I've been in there, seen the surgeries because I used to work in the emergency room. They literally will take a minimum off, and they say, nope, that's not enough. Now we've got to go to the take off below the knee. Now we got to go above the knee. You know, it's like it goes on and on. They slowly take away from you a lot of times. No, I'm not going through that. So I have to go through this instead. If I got to go through that, if I'm going to be put through that, yeah, exactly. I won't say anything. Now all of a sudden my heart hurts. Anyway, there's some debt to be paid when I get out of here. I'm talking about my own energy. This should sound nuts to most people that listen, almost everyone that's first coming in, because you've never heard this stuff before. It's never been out there. Why? Well, Jay made up some crazy stuff. No, you listen to me long enough. The round pegs go into round holes, triangular pegs go into triangular holes. Things fit. You understand more about life. You understand more about yourself. You understand more about why your life is the way it is. Understanding. That's power. I also help you learn how to develop your own abilities, how to increase your power level, just crazy as hell. And those of you that, you know, most everything is soul, then there's some essence, not much, and there's very little source, very little source, you know, in relationship. But when you're soul, you're a more definitive piece, you know, section of energy, set of frequencies. When you're embedded with source, you started as a soul, but you're not soul anymore. And I am not making up a name for that. I'm not going to produce a name for the people to use. You'll make up, you know, you'll create, not make up, because this isn't makeup, it's not bullshit. You literally create an understanding for yourself and put your own personal label on that. In the terms that I understand, you're hybrid. So you have within you now bonded to you. In the beginning, it was 10%. Then it went out to 20%. After I'm out of the body, y'all are going to get cranked up more. As long as you're not arrogant and getting stupid, or you go through a phase like that, fine. But as long as you don't become that inherently, then you're going to get stronger. But a max of 20%, what I put in you, will literally bond with you forever. So you'll have animal essence, plant essence, planetary essence, star essence, all this. There'll be a bit of all the forms of essence inside you. That's forever. People, no matter what you paid for it, that's a gift. So let me get out of here and watch what I do. In 3.5, 4 months, you'll start seeing a lot of things happening. But there's also the issue with our friends in space, them coming in here. I can't tell you how that's going to go. That part of me inside ultimately can control that. I don't know if he's going to. That part of me will. I don't know what's going to go on. I might drop dead at the end of this month in a heart stress test, and then I'll finally be home so I can make everything happen. Everything's been on schedule for a long time for it to be in December. But in the meantime, that part of me inside is, it's like, we need to get the hell out of here, but at the same time, we need to stress you to a certain point, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I've told people before I can get any information that you really need for you in the consults, and I have, always. I need to know when I'm going to find my perfect love. Don't go there with me. Get real, okay? There's no such thing as perfect anyway, and unless you actually met your spirit half, your actual spirit mate. That's not going to happen. And when you're together in an imperfect world, how no such thing as perfect, like I said, anyway. But when you're in a world, a creation, a physical dimension where everything sucks so bad, it's there's too many variables, too much crap to deal with. But if you were with your spirit mate, you'd know, because you'd hold together. And like I said, there was a max of 4 on the planet. Had all these people on the planet. There were 4 couples. So, anyway, trying to think of anything. I know I've left some stuff out. I'm trying not to come back a lot, on and on and on. But anyway, those of you that have gotten cranked up, understand that. Exactly what will you be doing? Can't tell you. Exactly what are you capable of? I can't tell you. I don't know. It's hard for me to see anything right now. I can see certain basic things, but that's it. Between the pain, the drugs, and all of me being out of this body now, I'm a little bit past limited. So, it's dying time. So the shop will open up again, but, it's going to be a while. You might want to look at different stuff Deanna puts up there. All the information for the stones and everything. Deanna can see and feel this stuff for herself. She has the information anyway, because we put it together. And you got to watch these new Jaspers, especially the ones that work on the energy, that build up, strengthen the energy, work on the energy conduits going from the pituitary to the pituitary to the scanner, pituitary to the vision field. All that stuff. There's new spheres that are going to be coming out too, relative to the necklaces. Deanna will take care of all that. But right now, she's taking care of me. Okay, we're going to take care of these orders we have. You haven't received your spheres yet. It's coming. And there's someone else that's got something a little different that's coming too. But we take the money, you get the product. But then that's it, because I came up to Deanna. She, like usual, she always gets it 24 hours before I do. And I said, and then I looked at it, and then when she brought it up about time to close the store again, I looked at it, and then I've been seeing other stuff anyway, but that seals it together. And then I was talking with some other folk on the other side, and I've been seeing myself in a hospital with a morphine drip just to get through compressing raw flesh, waiting for skin to grow. What a rush, huh? Anyway, whatever. The information is spread all over the place on the Essex YouTube channel. I can't help that. I've done the best I could. And that's all I can offer. I mean, what else can anyone else offer? The best you can, right? Folks, you'll see the change. It'll happen. And there's no yay, Jay. It's, I've never been like that. Never. I've never felt better than anything, like I was better than anything at all. And I'm not. It's the only thing that's ever made sense to me, but also nothing's any better than I am. And that's an understanding, a firm understanding that I had. But what the hell? I mean, why not walk shoulder to shoulder with everything? I mean, it's silly. Anyway, folks, love you, man. Take care. And hope you have a kick butt day. But just hang in there. Okay? Better days are coming. And it won't be long. It'd be nice if I could tell you when, but I can't. It's not my decision, otherwise I'll be home already. Okay? Love you, man. Take care. All right, folks, here's Deanna. Come on. Come on, get in the video. This is live. If looks could kill, I'd be home already. I'm the one that's been made to run my mouth on video, not Deanna. Deanna's not made for that. She's not here for that. She's got to leave and deal with other people from other planets, and that takes a different form of demeanor. But she stays on top of stuff. Sometimes she has to babysit me. She reminded me to tell you about the information on the website. What I was talking about there is that, like any necklace we have that we tell you is for this purpose. I mean, I kind of told you this, but I want to clarify that the different stones that are used that we tell you about relative to that product, whether it's calming the heart, building the heart energy, working on this basic part of the brain and everything, the stones are in there. So you can go to the store, you go down to thespiritualfoundation.com and buy them. They're strong as hell. They're cranked up by me. You're not going to find that stuff anywhere else. There are some other people here on the planet that have cranked up some star essonite. And I've cranked up some other stone for some people. But as far as putting the a sphere together and then cranking up for the person, no, that's never happened except for the Spiritual Foundation. But anyway, there's a lot of other folks out there that sell stones, and that feel energy really well, understand it, feel it, get them wherever you want. You don't have to have them cranked up. They're fine the way they are. It's just not as strong, that's all. But you're not paying for it either. But if you understand what stones do what, then you can buy them yourself elsewhere. Hell, some of them you find on the ground. So, that's what I was meaning when I said knowledge. There's other stuff there too, of course. Is the DVDs are going to be, I don't know, the DVDs are going to be turned into a download so people can just download the information. Deanna can't do all this stuff. It has to be set up, and it will be. But I've talked enough about stone energy and stuff, all things. On the channel, I think we're getting there 600 videos again on this channel. So the information is there. I guess just go to the Essex channel and put in some keyword searches or something. I don't know. I'm no good at that. So it took me like 2 years to learn how, when you're rendering a video, to put the frames together so it fades in and out of one. Anyway, so you can. There's a lot of information there for you, for something you want. Doesn't cost you a penny because you're already paying for the internet. So, folks, and we didn't have to put that in there, but we did. I did, because you need it. I'm trying to help. I can't do what some people want me to, and I don't want to. I know what to do. I know what I'm doing. I'm just not in control of everything I need to do. But that's okay. I will be soon. Folks, love you. Have a good one.